Can we hear me now? Can we hear me? Yes? No? So there we go. So there we go. Ah, got it back. Brilliant. Okay. So what it was, I hadn't set it to use the camera for the mic. And we have Mr. Chrono in saying, "Hi Russ," and then Apple saying, "Bye-bye, pretty tat." Yes, you're back on audio now. Start again. Yep. Okay. So what it was, I hadn't set it to use the camera. But I've also suddenly realised I have batteries needed on my laptop as well. Oh, God. Things aren't going well today. I forgot to plug it in. Yep. And so I'm rushing around doing umpteen things this evening. Because we don't want to lose the stream halfway through. So, there we go. Now we should be okay. We'll start again, shall we? So, as I said, we've had some deliveries, and first one up is the Turpits. So this is the ship to the Bismarck, which I've already done. So that's the first one. And this one cost me a penny. Should have been £76, but because it was on, I had the offer, it's gone a lot cheaper, which is always good. And second one is a tank, German tank. I think it's the Panzer Tiger. So got that one to do, which we may well be doing today. So that's the one we'll probably end up doing today. But we also have a B-24. So we've got B-24. Do it away. That's better. This is the problem when you get things on offer, and that again only cost me a penny. The one that actually cost me the most, which was this one. Now, this one I'm actually looking forward to building the most because it's actually the Game of Thrones one, and this. I'll get the Skegotate it together. There we go. Put it open. Get the instructions and you'll be able to see it. It's this one. I will be doing. Oh, we don't want to do that. Anyway, so yeah, this is a rather large dragon. And I think it's Drago from Game of Thrones. And it's when the Ice King took it over. So yeah, and I think, if I remember rightly, the wingspan on this is about 1 meter wide. So I'm literally looking forward to that, and it's got cloth wings to it as well. So this should sort of give you an idea of the size of the wingspan on it. Yeah, it's almost like Apple's bra. Think about it, be about the right size for it. But yeah, that's the wingspan of this thing. So be a very interesting build, to say the least. So that's going to be an upcoming stream on that one. And then the last one, which I said that Joshy may like, is this dude. It's a dwarf. Some sort of like I think it's part to do with Lord of the Rings, and it's the Dwarf King. So we'll wait till Joshy turns up, and then we'll show him again. Because he likes doing his dragons and stuff. So yeah, that's the last one for today for deliveries. I do have another delivery coming again tonight. I'm not sure what it is. All I know is I've got another delivery to turn up at some point. I mean, don't know, but it's supposed to be here between now and 7. So you never know when it could turn up. But yeah, so what we're going to do today, I think, so I was going to do the Osprey, but I've decided because it's got quite a bit to spread out. I'm not really set up to do that at the moment. I've decided I'm going to actually do the little tank instead today. So yeah, we will be doing the Panzer tank, which not very good instructions for it really, which is a shame really, because it's basically set out like that. Which is going to make it even more interesting when trying to read the instructions. But there we go. I think if I remember right, it's supposed to be a Tiger tank. So we'll see how that goes. But we did have something's getting me on the ear. What was that? Might be a speedy that come down. So let's see if we can get, there we go, get a better picture in there. So that's what it's going to be at the end. But we haven't really got, I don't know why they've set out instructions like this, because it's not exactly the easiest thing to follow when they're like this. But there we go, we'll see what we can do. And we've got Alpha saying, "Hi Dan, wash your head clean of paint." Sounds like you had a bit of an accident there, Dan. Did that. There we go, more me completely. Full bag. Oh, push it out there. Oh, we've got another brick separator. Different one, again. Not that I ever use them. And we also have a couple of little dudes. They'll probably end up going to Draven. I don't generally keep them. And in this kit, we only have, I think, 2 bags. Well, 2 sort of like numbered bags anyway. They have something's getting on here. So we'll start with bang on, but we've only got basically 2 big bags of stuff. We've got the scissors today with the knife. Yeah, down there, shall we, little dude? There. You can get on here. Lots of little bits and everything. And that's it. That's all I'm sure they're going to be fun to build. So you might get a little bit of rustling at the moment, sadly. But there we go. And we do have some stickies. So 1 sheet of stickies. As like I said, with having the Shlego down here, we don't have to keep jumping up in the attic, and it gives me a lot more room to work and stuff. So, wait a minute. And try and separate this. So what's everybody else been up to today? Anything good? Have we all been having fun? Because I've been at uni today. Just started the 3rd semester. And then I also had fun finding out that when I thought I was supposed to hand in one of my assignments today, it turns out they changed it. So it's now got to be handed in on the 8th of April. So I did all rushed around like a lunatic trying to get everything sorted out by today, because I thought I was going to hand it in today. Only to find out that I don't have to hand it in until the 8th. So yeah, there we go. It's all done, ready to hand in anyway now. So I've just got found out I've got another assignment today. So I'll be doing that. Let's in. So this is a lot of different setup to when I was doing the ship build and the Black Hawk, because the bags are set out a lot better. Because you literally go through one bag at a time and you knew where you were starting from that one. But this one, it seems to be just dumped in a bag. So we'll do our best with what we've got. We've even got a little spade. Got a little shovel. Hey, surely. So yeah, hopefully we can get this sorted out fairly quickly. Should have actually had most of this set up really beforehand, but there we go. These things happen just to make things more awkward. Yeah. That's the I'll bring the other bench cam down in a minute. Makes it a bit easier when working to have them all separated, but something tells me we're not going to be that lucky to be able to separate all these out. So there's some small bits that I'll have to leave in clumps and then search for the parts, I think. But yeah, it's going to be one of them, I think. Maybe I shouldn't have started this one. Started off with the flush one instead. So yeah, I think there's just over 1,300 pieces here, something like that, supposedly. So it's going to be a fair size amount of pieces. Looking for the bigger pieces, it shouldn't take up too much room on the bench and leave me enough room to work. Hopefully, but you never know. Running wheels. That's a bit easier now. But yeah, it's going to be supposedly quite an intricate build. And hopefully model making Kitty is not going to keep trying to jump on the bench, which will make it a bit easier as well. Because at some point he's no doubt going to try, just to be awkward. There we go, and then we'll see. There's lots of custom parts in this build, I looked at. So we'll see how that goes. Like bits like this that I've never sort of seen with normal kits. And we have Mr. Panzer Pudding saying meow. So yeah, your little friends here. So yes, Panzer, we are building a Panzer. Well, a Tiger. Still a pretty tat. There are lots of smaller pieces here. There. Hopefully we'll get this sorted out fairly quickly, and we are nearly done. There we are. Yep. And you can go to there. It really looks quite an interesting little kit anyway so far, because it's got, I think the actual running wheels actually work on this. As I was saying, we've got two pretty tats in. Okay, so I've got another bag here, just the small bits which we can put around. There's much point trying to separate all them out. There we go. Okay, so that's the first load. So we'll try and make a start with this. I'm going to bring Mr. Benchicam over. Put this light on. Bring Mr. Mousey and change Mr. Camera. Hopefully this will work. It was working when I did it the other day to test it yesterday. Yay! There we go. So hopefully people can still hear me. We hope. Yay. There we go. Yep, and we still have sound. So that's good. I was hoping that the I'm not sure if these cameras are actually by the same make. Sometimes if you try using two cameras of the same make, they disconnect each other. But I think because they're going into two separate ports, they work fine. And we have Mr. Paul Christopher in saying, hello, fellow modelers. Oh, good afternoon to you, Paul. So, no, we want one of these. And these four. And four of 1, 2, 3, 3 of them. Okay. So let's see. There we go. There's your one. What are you glitching for? The camera's having a bit of a glitching moment then. just noticed. So that, and then for the next part we need 2 of these specialty bricks. Need, okay, 2 of them. 2 of the brown ones, or 4 of them brown ones. And 6 of these. Cool. 3, 4, 5, and 6 of them. So this goes into there, and you on that side, like so. And 1, 2, 3, and this one in. Here's the brown one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And you like it. Put them in the right place. Nope, I haven't. That goes in. Well, that was in the right place. It's obviously part of the running gear. And then these ones go into the centre one. So yeah. It's a bit strange, but there we go. Why we need them? I'll show you. Yes, it's not the best instructions in this one, I'm afraid. So it's actually the bottom ones. Okay. I mean, it's hard to actually read these. They actually go into the bottom one. That's why. Like so. And then that one goes in there. We will get there in the end. The top. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2 from the end. Like so. Huh. Okay. And we need one of you, and you go into there, like so. And this one, all the way up, goes into so. Is it one more in? No, one more in. So there we go. That's better. And then you into there like so. And you into there. There we go. And then next we need to do roughly, I think it's going to be, yeah, the same again. So we need another, both of those. The difference is they all go on the bottom. Two, three. Where's the last one? Let's see, we've got one missing. Ah, there you are. Trillion. There, and then that one goes 3, 1, 2, 3. Like so. And that one connects onto there like so. So yeah, it does have a running gear, working gear I should say. And that goes into the end like so. And goes there. And the last two. One in. There we go. Yep, see. Put you onto like so, and you onto ow finger. So there we go. Okay, I think we're winning. Next up, we need you to one of you. And we need 4 of them. We only got 2 medium. These 2 longer ones. So the 2 longer ones go to you and you. Like so, and then you. On. So there we go. You have to go into now this does go into the center somewhere. Let's see, we have attributes, so it's going to go into there like so. Okay, next we need 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Obviously different sizes here somewhere. Five of them, so where's the smaller one then? Aha, there you are. One of you. So then we need further, and there we go. These are the rear axle there. Doesn't make. And of course, I've now got to drop that, so I'll have to find it in a second. Doesn't make. Oh, that's why. Because you're putting it the wrong way around, Ross. So there we go. Usually helps if you do this right, Ross. That onto there. That onto there. Doesn't make much sense putting it like that. Okay. So then we have you want it there. Okay, this is getting more and more awkward because that doesn't want to fit in. And it's almost as if we're missing a stage as well for some reason. Oh, well, that's because I have. Yeah. Whatever saying, uh-oh, trouble has arrived. Evening, puppy. Right on mealtime. How do you guess? Introducing Torvald, my neighbour's mastiff puppy, who I am looking after tonight. Oh, sounds like fun. I've either got that one's definitely got to be in the wrong place then. Which means I've got to pull this apart to get it into the right place. Oh, Lord. Yeah, this is going to be fun. There, things are going walkabout. Okay. It's not going to be fun today. Everything's going wrong. There, that is. Now, where's the other bit going? Oh, there it is. It's all going peaked on. It don't want to come apart, let's put it that way. You will come apart. That's it. Ah, gotcha. Okay. So this one's obviously got to go back on more space. And then hopefully that one should fit on. That's a bit better. That does look a lot better this time around though. Let me have to do this side. And we have Mr. William Dorsaurus in. So, brilliant. Now there is that side. The fun of working with bricks. There we go. Let's try that now. Yeah. So we're almost back to where we were. I've also got to put the other bits in. So we need 23 of them. And 6 of these little black things wherever they are. Or 6 of these crayons, that was it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So that one goes into there, and then you go into the middle of that. Straight on there. you onto that one. Like so. And you into the middle of that one. Okay. Now I think we're actually winning. Some helix on this. Well, it's not as good as the other kits that I've had. Let's put it that way. Okay. But then again, I only paid a penny for it, so can't really complain. And what do you really expect from Shlego? But it does look good. Pieces, that is. There we go. See what's there. And then that one goes onto there. And there we go. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So we need 4 of these. That's 4. She's a bit. Seems a bit. Sorry then. Not a fan of this kit, let's put it that way. Oh, persevere. No, that's probably why. No, let's just go straight on. It seems a bit strange that it's only yeah, with these ones we're supposed to put one of these going one that way, you, and then one that way. Okay, we'll do that then. Wait, don't need you. Yeah, very much so. These are actually supposed to be, I think, what was it? I think £32. I'm definitely glad I didn't pay that for it. It's probably one of the first Shlego kits I've actually not been a great fan of. But then again, the way the instructions are made, and it seems to be the cheapest bidder has won on this one, I think you could safely say. So that's what it's looking like so far. And that's just one side of it. Yep, so that's all that bit done. That's that bit done. Number 6. We've done the triangle, and then we want 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 2. So there. There. That one onto there. I mean, it seems to be a solid enough construction, but I think whoever packed this kit must have had a dog with them, because there's enough hairs all over it. Okay, so now we have to do, oh, that's falling out. There we go. We shall see. Okay. For you. And I mean, it probably would have been more helpful if they actually made the instructions a bit bigger, to say the least. I need the 3 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pin. And the 3rd one, which is there. And you there. stay there. But you can definitely tell this has been made by the cheapest bit. The actual blocks themselves seem fairly solid, which is good, I suppose, but they feel solid made, unlike some where they feel a bit rubbery and a lot very easy to move. But yeah, I think whoever packed this definitely, I mean, I don't have long black hair. Let's put it that way. I think they had the dog with them, and whoever packed it had decided to molt at the same time as the dog. Okay, so yeah. You go into there. Easy. And we have Mr. David Markey joining us saying hello, and he's saying hello to Panzer, to William, and Paul C. And we've got Panzer saying hi to Dorker, he'll say hi to Quano. Man's also saying hi to, sorry I didn't know you. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really planning on coming on today, but I just decided why the hell not. I've had a bit of a mare of a day at uni today, the way things have gone. But there we go, these things happen occasionally. So I thought, why not do a quick Shlego stream, as I got everything here today and downstairs. This has actually only been delivered today, this tank kit. So okay, so then we need, there's a little one to go on the back here, like so. A little bit there. Gap. There you are. Like so. And we put you two. One on there. One on there. Okay, we need the 3 pins. I think what I'm going to do this time around is make it a little bit easier for myself. You. Where's that one going over? I don't know. Yeah. And also saying hello to everyone. There you go. Yeah. So I've got the running wheels on both sides. Okay, so next. Next we have two of them, and two of them. Oops. Across. Yeah, like so. And two 8 ones. And U. And then two 6 ones. Like so. Oh, so we get to make the tracks even earlier. I thought, there we go. Put it that way. Supposedly there's 52 or 55 tracks in each one. So fun. At least they should join together fairly easily though. Supposedly anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm making them in sections of 10, but one section of 5 each, and then we should yeah, that way. And go in. Can't let the coffee go cold. I was saying evening to David M. So if Lauren is watching this, I think it's either lucky I didn't send this one to you. So I was debating whether or not to send this to you, but yeah. I think even you'll be glad not to have to do this one. Well, hopefully it will look pretty good when it's all done. I mean, it looks pretty well shaped out, all right, and the pieces are all nice and solid. And it's just, no, it's just not one of the best kits I've seen. I'm just hoping that the Turpis turns out to be a nice kit, especially me, Brush Dragon. And once I've finished half this way through, I will show what's coming again, so that other people can get to see, because not everybody was in first. So hopefully I'm not streaming over anybody else either that we normally watch, but here we go. So what's everybody having for din-dins tonight? I've got curry, homemade, beef curry to scoff. That's one side, supposedly. Must admit, these are actually the tracks themselves. I'm quite impressed with, because normally the tracks you normally get with these tanks, they're very, very flimsy. Now these, they do actually have some weight to them, and they do feel pretty good. That's one track. So now in theory I should, I'll do it in tens just in case there's any spares, because knowing my luck there will be. But these ones are actually locking, they do lock together quite well. It's a bit a shame they've not spent a bit more time designing the running wheels. I think you could have done with that as a kit. I'm thinking of Chippy T, maybe Sish and Flip and Fips. Fair enough. I mean, if you want to come and join me for a bit, quite you can do. I'll put the link in chat if anybody wants to come and join in. Always good to have people. There we go, just in case anybody would like to come and join me and keep me company. What I was saying, just had braised beef and veggies with mash, with apple juice and coffee. Well, I'm drinking me coffee at the moment, and I've got as a snack Worcester sauce flavoured crisps. But they class them as Liam Perrins now, not the actual Worcester sauce name. you got Paul saying scrambled egg on toast for me. Used up stuff we had. Yeah, well, I was debating whether I have to have sausage, egg, and chips, which I may even still do because I've got the curry in the fridge. And curry's always better the longer you leave it. As long as you don't leave it too long, go mouldy. But a good 3 or 4 day old curry, you can laze it where it sort of absorbs into the meat. And then we've got Panda saying belly will be determined by what's on the menu, but I can guarantee dessert will be salted caramel cheesecake. Benj is currently upstairs in the dark. And David Mike said, I had lamb dinner last night. Come here. But what you having for tonight, though, David? Not last night. Yeah, so hopefully next month, the revamp of the living room will be starting at my place, which will be where my TV is at the moment. I'm building a complete media area on it, and around here I'm actually putting in another desk here so I can actually work, and this table will then go up against this wall. Well, I've got to find somewhere to put my shed, which is actually stood beside me in the boxes still, so I've got that to make here. But that's because I've got yeah, so I do have a few extra links by the looks of it. And 10. So we've got 4 extra links. Oh, we do have a visitor. Let's see who it is. It's Mr. Desperate Dan himself.
Hello.
Hello. How are we diddling?
Very good. New printer's not working properly and everything.
Good to hear. I'll put you up there. As you can tell, I've had a few issues with cameras and everything going wrong since starting this stream today.
One more piece to print off for mine.
Yep.
And then I've got 2 pieces at base of yours, and currently is bum cloths. I think it's his bum. Oh, it might be his piss flap. I don't know. Cloth that. There's 2 cloths on back and 1 cloth on front, and I think that might be cloth that goes on front or back. I don't know. I've lost track. And I've got about a bottle's worth of misprints.
Pity you can't melt them down and reuse it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I wish I could, because with PLA prints, there's stuff you can get that, your waste.
Yeah.
Like the support material and misprints. You can put them into a grinder, and then once it's been, ground down to tiny little
Pieces.
Like grains that are the size of rice. There's a melty thing that'll cover. You can put it through. That'll basically it melts.
Yeah.
And then it gets put through like a tube that'll convert it back into that string.
Yeah.
You can use it again as But resin, once it's
Yeah.
gone, it's gone.
Well, at least the tracks work on this thing.
Out of the 3 misprints, currently that one's the most annoying. As you look at it,
Yeah.
it looks totally fine, you know.
Yeah.
It looks as though it's printed perfectly fine, but for some reason, the printer had decided to scale it up by along all dimensions, the entire volume of it, by like
4 or 5 mil.
yeah, like a 3 credit card.
Basically about the size of your private parts, basically, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Is that a bit bigger? Or is this print a bit bigger?
I'd be impressed if I got some of that chunky. So that one, you can see there's a chunk missing.
Yeah.
So these were all done on the old printer just before we took bucket.
Before it went kaput.
So it's hanging sort of like that as it's printing.
Yeah.
And I had a quick glance at it. I'd set it printing before I went to bed, made sure, that it's printing, got far enough into print that I could see that it's printing okay. Checked it when I got up and it said something like 20 minutes to go. So, and I glanced at it and thought, yeah, it's printing, it's great. So, but then some twonk forgot to top up the resin, so it's printing thin air. That was like 9 hours wasted. Then I went off, had a little temper tantrum, came back to it, set it up, to start printing again.
Yeah.
So more or less the same setup because I printed off a different piece. Then just before, because these are bigger ones that take longer to print, I'd set them so that they're printing whilst I'm asleep.
Yeah.
So set it to print again, and woke up, made sure to top up the tank this time. It said it had about an hour and a half to go, and then I got knock on door. Blokes come to do bloody electric inspection.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So he turned the electrics off.
Yeah, so no warning. I'm just sat here watching YouTube whilst he's doing whatever, and then he just suddenly turned the power off. It's like, yeah, great. So that's another. So I've had about. There's another one somewhere. I don't know where we put it.
Well, those I could actually probably use those misprints if you want to get rid of them for me diorama base, so I can use them as parts of the ruins.
Yeah, if you want them, you can have them. No use them.
I can build them into the ruins
Because
you've got that misprinted shield as well, haven't you?
Yeah. Somewhere there's another one of them that's another misprint, and then this one's printed properly. So I've got one after dozens of attempts, so like half a dozen attempts. I've got one out of the 3 bits that
Lovely.
come off properly. There is another one, but I'm redoing it anyway because it's basically, you see how you got these little prong thingies that
Yeah.
Designed to be, this sort of, I'll pick the right side, the interconnect. Another one that's done it on the wrong side. So the whole time that I'm trying to print this and it's failing, it's wrong size anyway. So even if it has printed off, I don't know why it's done that, because I printed this one off and then hang on, I'll grab the other bit. Right, a bit better, right? Settle to it. There we go. So yeah, you got technically there's two sections there.
Yeah.
But as you look at this one, it's not a failed print, it's a misprint.
Yeah.
If I bring it in.
I'll put it on full screen. It'll be a bit easier. Here we go. There we go.
Yeah, so you see there's like a notch that goes
Yeah.
in there. That's where it's missed a chunk. And then you can see it's a crack that goes all the way down.
Yeah.
There should be four of these little prong things where it's missing one. But it doesn't connect him with.
Yeah.
And then you've got just a tiny little, once you've got the third one,
You'd see the dip there, yeah.
You'd see like a little crack in there that realistically it's underneath underneath where his
foot sanding, whatever.
Yeah, so you got 1 foot there, 1 foot sort of round here, round there, because the back of his heel goes on to, so it's, that crack, it's directly under where his cloth would be hanging.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
pretty much hidden.
Yeah, it'd be more or less hidden, possibly be able to get away with some filler, but it might be me that's been a bit OCD, but
oh well. I mean, as I said, I'll probably end up using them as a part of a diorama, of like a destroyed stonework and that sort of thing diorama.
Yeah, so I mean, can chuck them all into another box. I've got
any misprints or anything like that for Warhammer. I'll probably find a good use for them somewhere along the line into a diorama based sort of thing.
I've got one box that I've been putting the prints into, and then another box that the decent bits have gone into.
All right.
So there's 2 more sections of the display base, and his cloth,
his loin cloth.
Yeah, I'm calling it his fart flap and his piss flap, because one's up front and one's at back. So
please remember, we haven't gone past watershed yet. And we may have younger ears watching. Yes.
Oh yeah, I've been doing. Prints have been coming out correctly. I got like. I've got a full thing done.
Yeah. So you've been busy printing anyway. That's one thing.
And there's a chunk come off that. Don't know where that's gone. But yeah, there were my first attempt at the shield. That it did have the full bit there. I don't know where that's gone. But another bit snapped off that.
Yeah.
It were fully there, but then the support material.
Yeah.
It were too densely packed together, so it were almost solid blocks coming off it. So you'd have to, it took ages of mucking about with that to get it off. And by the time I'd got it off, I could see it's not going to be right. So reprint. When I did the reprint, it's broken again. It's another one that's ended up breaking.
Okay.
But then, can you see it's
Yeah.
a misprint where it's chopped a chunk out, like on that display base piece. But whilst these two bits were stuck together, it meant that I could put it, in with figure to see what it looked like where we got the shield. But then it just suddenly slipped, fell out, and a bit snapped off. And they're all sticky for some reason.
Sticky for some reason, is it?
Yeah, I've got sticky bits.
You don't want to get Marcus overexcited by saying things like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking now that this new printer, because I had set up the printer took like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But then with resin printer, it seems to be there's new software that came with this printer, so all of the settings that you got to put in, they've been rearranged, so it will like find the bit that makes it so that it doesn't lower the print bed and then immediately lift it up.
Aye.
It's meant to be lower the print bed. The light comes on to cure that layer, and then it lifts the print bed up. But instead, it would lower in the print bed, and before the light comes on, it's already lifted the thing up. So there's just a blob of resin that's getting cured in the bottom of the tank.
Oh, lovely. We have Mr. Oh, we've got Pan saying, right, guys, time for me to head off out. Have a great evening and don't wait up for me. We probably won't, Panzer. But anyway, enjoy your dinner anyway. From Athel. And then we've got Stephen Haynes Models in saying, hi, Ross and Dan. So good evening, Stephen. And just like I say, a big thank you to everybody that is watching. Please hit the old thumbsy ups because they do help with the old algorithmics, as they say.
And then there's 2 places on this that as you're transporting, in box.
Yeah.
Be careful you're not banging. There's like this spiky thing on, that sticks off top at belt.
Yeah.
That were
very fragile.
Yeah, and it had me nervous as I was, snipping support material from it because resin can crack unpredictably.
Yeah.
And there was somewhere else on it, and I can't think where. But there's top and bottom that have spiky things coming off, and then another one somewhere. Oh, there's this thing that sticks out at top of his backpack.
All right.
All right.
That looks quite good, actually. That does look quite like that.
It's got this. It's got on the print. It's got 3 posts that come out of it. The
Yeah.
2 outer ones, they just don't line up with the holes that are in top of his backpack. So
Yeah.
I'd snip them off, and then the post that's in the middle, you got to kind of sand it on all 4 sides for it to fit. It's only like kind of like if you were to sand off a layer of paint.
Yeah.
That kind of thin sanding. And these spiky bits, I'm not looking forward to having to deal with putting them in, because I printed them upside down, like little icicles.
Yeah.
Because if I were trying to print it that way up, I'd end up where thin end of the spike could get, like chopped off.
Yeah.
Pull off, so that way. But then each one of the spikes has a different. I don't know if I can get it to focus on camera. The little 2 prongs on that one.
Yeah.
And then there's a different shape for each one. So whilst one has 2 prongs, another one will have 2 prongs, but one slightly thicker than the other.
So you got to literally line them all up to make sense of it all.
So they all fit into specific spiky bits around his feet. But yeah, it's I can get camera to come close enough. They've all got corresponding thingies, but then you've got to sand those tiny little pegs to make them the same way as I did with one that goes for his backpack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a pretty decent angle for getting details.
Have you surprised yourself there, lad?
Yeah, I keep getting where there's too much light.
Yeah.
And it's washing out. You can't see properly. You can't see white because it's white light on a white surface kind of thing. And then been doing this, getting so that there's darker into school bits, and I'm knocking things off the desk now. So, yeah, I'm so well organised over here.
Oh, me, I've been exactly the same today for some reason. Nothing has gone to plan. I think from the time I got up this morning, and it just went all Pete Tong straight away. So we have TBG joining us. So good evening, TBG, and welcome to the stream. And you got David Marcus saying hello later to Panzer and hello to Stephen. Okay, so you go to there and you go to there. Yeah, in a way, I am a bit disappointed with this kit, but then again, as I said, I only paid £1 for it, so. Well, sorry, a penny for it, sorry. So I'm not overly worried. But yeah, just a bit disappointed. I was hoping it's going to be a bit better than this.
I won't be too upset over.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't really be overly upset over it. I mean, but it was a cheap kit, but I was hoping that construction of it would have been a bit better than sort of like a hollowed out piece like that. But yeah, we'll see. What the hell? Somebody's going mad on Messenger. Keeps coming up in thing. You've got Stephen Haynes saying hi to David. He's also saying hi to Boldly Go. So what are you going to be working on then?
I'm mostly working on my backpack. Getting the dirty, grimy bits into the backpack.
Oh, you go. Why is it when people put things up on Messenger, they have to put one thing at a time instead of just putting them as a gallery? So you end up getting like 35 notifications of just the same thing going up. Annoying.
I've done it again. I've got loads of clutter everywhere and no space.
Okay, so we need the shapey things now.
The increased oh shit, no, I've got bloody flame bits as well. I forgot about them. So printed off, yeah, so flame bits are, like half an hour to print, for those that come out at the top of his backpack.
Yeah.
Not too big of a thing, but yeah, it's partly why I went with, make one for myself, because as I'm building, it makes it so I can easier keep track of what I have printed and what I haven't.
Yeah.
If it were just a box full of the unpainted bits, I'd be sort of struggling a bit for having to go back and check through them all.
Yeah, and trying to remember how they all go together. But you do realise I'm going to have that issue when I do.
Yeah. So I've for building mine, because I've like print a piece off and then I can
add it to the model. Yeah.
Or sort of Ross is going to have fun with this because he's not good. I reckon if you like the bigger pieces, it's pretty obvious where they all go.
Yeah.
But all the smaller pieces, like those ribbons and
his battle honours.
Yeah, and you got lantern and the smaller pieces. I've put them all together in this bag thing that came with new printer. So should be able to just sort of, if you lay everything out on
on the bench, yeah, it should be able to work it out.
Works in theory, but then again, I'm going to have to take mine apart because I've not put any glue on it yet. It's all being held together by gravity and witchcraft.
A wing and a prayer.
I'm kind of surprised that his chainsaw holding hand actually stays in there, but it's because it's the peg is and the slot that's into it that connects his wrist. It's a straight down. Once you attach it, his arm to rest at body.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the weight of the chainsaw sword is sort of pulling it tight, so it doesn't just slide off.
You got TBG saying hi to David.
you remember TV show Fraggle Rock?
I do indeed.
As I'm doing this 3D printing, especially with clear resin, do you remember the little builders that they were that lived in Fraggle Rock and did
Yes.
building stuff? The support material looks exactly like their constructions. I'm now worried that my house might have a few Fraggles in it.
Nothing wrong with a few Fraggles. You see, that's what we used to call the Gibraltarians, Fraggles. For some strange reason, they weren't too happy when we did that. But then again, a lot of them hadn't even heard of what Fraggle Rock was until somebody sort of like showed them. Okay. So what the hell was I supposed to go on to then?
So have you ever considered getting a 3D printer?
I have indeed. And depending how things go by the sort of like second week of next month, I may be investing in one.
Cool. The Elegoo UK website.
Yeah.
If you go on there, you can pay via PayPal and do that 0% interest, pay it in 3 months.
Yeah.
It's how I managed to pull it off with getting new printers. Not exactly cheap, you know.
No, they're what, 300-400 quid?
Yeah, this one that I've just bought was just shy of 200.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
And the PLA one had a similar kind of price tag because I bought it, you know, like whilst it were on reduced offer thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was something like 180 for PLA one.
So you're going to fix your old one at all?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's just the screen that's gone. There's like a screen directly under the tank that'll, you know, UV light of each layer.
Yeah.
And amongst the people that make resin printers, that screen is considered a perishable. You know, same as your car tires. So they do replacement. So I figure I thought the quickest way, because I don't know how long it'd take me to get hold of it and to do the work to repair it. So I figured the quickest way to keep going, you know, keep progress going with
the build, yeah.
It'd be buy a new one and then swing back and look at repairing
the old one.
The old one. It looked, assuming that it's just the screen that's gone kaput. You know, once I've got my hands on a replacement screen, it's literally unfasten 4 screws, unclip a ribbon cable, lift out the old screen, put in the new one, and you know, like reverse. So it should be like 20-minute job. If that.
Yeah.
And then I'll have 2 printers.
Yeah.
It was just irritating the order of events because it was tank had, pulled a hole into plastic on bottom of tank that had caused resin to leak out.
Yeah.
I bought replacement sheets of plastic and a replacement tank. So it's like 40 quid for replacement tank and another 15 quid for the replacement plastic sheets.
Yeah.
Got that all set up, did 2 prints, and then it went kaput.
Not the best thing to happen.
No.
Well, that's a bit of a bummer. I've got a piece missing. Oh, hang on a minute. Found it. Yay. What's that bit? Okay, next is
once I've finished with this Warhammer guy, I'm going to be swinging back to do my Enterprises.
oh
I've got the NX01.
yeah,
In 1/1000th scale. So saucer's about the size of a saucer that you get with a coffee cup. And then I've also got a duplicate of the same kit because you get options to do other versions of the same ship.
yeah,
So I'm doing the NX01 Enterprise and the NX01 Enterprise refit, where it's got like the extra, like engineering hull.
yeah. So at some point this year, I may be doing a sort of like space themed group build with the channel, because I'm thinking of actually doing doing a Star Trek space theme thing. So just to upset Jane. So it's going to be, I'm going to hopefully do my DS9 station with the fiber optic lighting.
Cool.
And that's what I'm intending to do anyway, if it works, that is.
I'm hoping to I've started already putting electronics into one of these 2 Enterprises. But I want to get both of them so that they fully light up, windows and water nacelles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just need to find a rod that's the right thickness so I can feed wires through into display base. And I'm going to be doing custom made, sit in Blender and custom design a display base so that both ships are on either side of of a customized display base.
Yeah. Very nice. That's why I'm going to go that way, and then these. That's going to go onto there. Yeah. That one's there, that one's there. Two of these. These. There. And you, and then you. Things that a bit better, but then what? We also need one of you. And a flat two. Like so. Okay. Don't you go snapping anything. I can imagine pingage happening fairly soon.
So when I'm taking the support material off this thing, just pingage goes everywhere.
Five and six.
You got once a print's finished, you know, it's like resting on this print bed. You got metal scraper that you've got to try and get it underneath.
Yeah.
The thing. And more often than not, it's kind of like it's suction cupped itself to the print bed because it's just flat metal. So quite often it'll have adhered to the, you know, to the print bed so tight like that you end up where you're jabbing at it to try and get underneath. You end up with chunks going flying everywhere, and if you're not careful, you end up where the whole thing will come, you know, the whole print will come off really suddenly and go flying across the room.
Well, that's not what you want.
Yeah, because it's not exactly boing it.
It make a bit of a mess.
I've come up with the stratagem of empty sink out, lift the basin out at sink, and then hold the build plate in the sink for as long.
Yeah, and aim everything in there, yeah, and keep it all sort of like in one place.
Yeah, especially when it all of a sudden goes pa-dong and
which obviously isn't what you really want.
Well, whilst I was doing where I try and sit here at my bench, you know, we're like between my knees doing it. It was kind of like when Johnny Five were digging that tunnel in the second film and bits are going everywhere.
It's not right here. What the hell have I missed? So we know that's going on the back there. Like so. Yeah. I'm not supposed to. How am I attached to them then? So something's got an outlet attached to that. What is it? This is not making sense. Right. I've got to have missed something, surely. That's saying that that's closer. But it can't be. Or have I stuck that in the wrong bleeding place? Well, I have as well, haven't I? Oh, you pillock. Right, now what? I think. I know what I can do. Oh, they just love it when you make a mistake and then can't be asked to undo it all.
Oh no, I'm perfect. I never make mistakes.
So when I'm
believe that, I'm going to set up that ice cream shop at North Pole.
I'm hoping I've got enough spare parts here to do what I want to do to attach this. It looks like I have. Might have to do a bit of tactical surgery, but other than that, we will find a way. So that's going to be too deep. So if I disconnect you bits for a minute. There we go. I'll take you off, put you into there, which probably not going to be enough still. We can be able to touch you. Help. So it seems to be that's supposed to go. Let's just put you on there for a minute. Like so. You into there, and then you onto there. Put you onto there. Put you onto there. Now, it works. There we go. We've done some alterations and it's worked, so I'm happy with that. The fun about having loads of spare parts from other builds, and those were actually spare parts from the ship models that I built. That's that done. Okay, we shall carry on. So we've got Stephen Haynes saying hi to Port Christopher. What time are we on? Cool, blimey, we've been streaming 2 hours already. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay, so we now have that done. So now what are we up to? Now we're building, that are we? That and that. So we've got one of you. That's there. That one's there. And we need you. And you. And then a 3-pin, that one. And 2 of those little things, there we are. And we have Mr. Graham Ball saying good evening all. Good evening, Graham. And how are we doing, little old fella? Graham, if you want to come and join us, the link is in the chat somewhere. You're more than welcome, because I'll probably be on for about another hour, and then that'll be me done for the evening. Because I've got to get me dindins yet. Me ain't had me dindins yet. So then we have that. So then we want your. It's there. We want your centre. You going that way. You going that way. And you. Really? Oh, there. And then we want sticker number 11. How do you do? Sticker number 11, here is. There we go. And that's that done. So that goes on there like so. And we want you, Mr. Little Gun Barrel. I'm going to go with one of you. You go into there. Like so. Okay, then we need these little flat bits done. So first of all, we need 2 of you. I suppose it is quite a fair size to this little tank build, really. Two ones.
I'm kind of surprised at just how big this thing is once you.
Yeah, it's a bit bigger than we thought it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because essentially like a 1/6, it's 1/8 scale, but because this particular type of Warhammer guy is taller than a normal person.
Yeah.
More like 1/6 scale.
I wasn't expecting it to be so big, to be quite honest.
Once you've got like the, you know, his backpack on with that thing that sticks out at top, it's really tall.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's definitely taller than I thought it would be.
Yeah, keeps giving me that look. I know what things you've been sending to Marcus, and it doesn't approve, you know. But then again, I do think that Marcus actually likes those what pictures I send him.
Okie dokie. Now, next up is, let's see, we need the back of the tank, and we want you on there, like so. There. One of you want to do. Through.
I need to top up. Essential component of any kind of model making, lots and lots of coffee.
Sounds like he's quietly dying somewhere. You there. There. Whole line of it he's going across. Snippety snip snip. One more somewhere. Right, there is one more. There we go. Well, it's beginning to resemble something along the lines of a tank. There we go. So yeah, it's beginning to resemble something along the lines of it. I don't keep pinging stuff off it. Get on there. Cool.
Now, shoot him at the bangy bit.
Yeah, I just pinged Mr. Gunji off. You got David Markey saying hello to Graham. And Stephen Hayes saying hi to Graham. turn it back around. So next up is that one into there, like so. These round things into there. You onto that, you onto that, and the little one onto there. Another sticky. And then going onto there like so. Now we've got to build this thing up, so we want that one. And you. And you. And all these go into there, you onto there, and you onto there, which will be the little paint spray generator. Get that way around. There we go. Now, you two. Shaped like so. You into there. You into there. You on there, and you on there. Sheesh. Motion in there is. That one. Opening. That way. Need you. That way. Wait, and then you join in the middle there, like so. Yeah. And sticker number 12. They were saying it's one of those days when you could crush a grape, keep moving things, and can't find them. Yeah. Pretty much explains my day up. All that does.
Time to get worried is when things start moving themselves.
Yeah.
That's when you got ghosts.
It's either that or you've drunk too much whiskey, one of the two.
Oh, no. And I'm pretty sure I never drink whiskey. Drink a lot of funky Coke, though.
Flavoured Coke. Special flavoured Coke.
Yeah.
On there, and then we want.
I think my Coke man had gone off, though, because it makes me feel funny.
The sugar is fermented.
Yeah.
It's on there. Go. And you want it there. on there, and that one there. Oh, it's actually going together quite well now, which is surprising. And we want 1, 2, 3, and 4. To that side, to this side. And then it's one, 2, so that one, that one, that one, and that one. And got you going into called stay on there. You up there. Oh, Lord, knocking bits off. Cool. Just in there. There we go. There we go. Here. So next up we need that and that. Them two. And then we need we don't need them just yet, actually. First of all, we need one of these. Ooh. And oh, gone out wrong way around. Should be the other way around. Here we go. And yep, and then we need these going that way up. And one on there. On there. D. On there. Then we also need in the middle. And then two copies. That one in there. That one in there. And we have you and you. Wow. 2 number 7s into there. On that side. And on that side. There we go. Yeah, we have all the what? Aha. Typical. When the support pieces are falling out. I guarantee it would be in one of the hardest places to get to, no doubt. Yep. Oh well, we can stay out.
Well, thinking of support pieces, before you start painting on this thing,
Yash.
you're probably going to have to go at it with, you know, like fine tooth comb, looking for any support material I've missed. Because
Oh, I could definitely go through it and sort of check for all the crap that come off it.
with this, you had, you know, support material on back that were holding it to the print bed.
Yeah.
But then after it had printed, there were supports that are hidden inside the mouth, and then just behind the jaw, around there, I've discovered more that, yeah, I keep finding extra bits of support material.
These things happen. Well,
it's anywhere that there's a 30-degree angle between one surface and the next that it'll put support material.
yeah.
So you got the obvious support material that, you know, that gets removed, but then you got hidden bits. It's got hidden. Yeah. I just found another one. There's another one there. That, yeah. Yeah, I think this print doesn't like me much. It wants to torment me.
I've got to find the wrong pig in place, haven't I? Yeah. Just come up from the road. There you go. That's better. Yeah, outside done. Yeah, well, that's that bit done. Hey, okay, so what's next? We open up the next baggie. What have we got? What the hell are these pieces for? Aha. Ooh. 3 and 4. Well, that's the main body part put together. I can see so far. Let's see, bring up full screen. There we go. So we have majority of the body put together. We've just got the back end of it there to do, and that's going to be in this next bag, which doesn't look like there's quite as much in it, which is good. So you never know, I might actually get this one finished.
I think what you should do is you should empty all the bags into one big bucket.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Just so it's like the standard knowledge for you, that ain't going to happen. That's the point. I did say I was going to show what I actually got delivered today. Again, before I start unbagging all this up properly. So, one of the kits that have turned up, which I've been waiting for, which is actually the turpits. So, bring it down. There we go. The sister ship to the Bismarck. Now, I've already done the Bismarck, so I'm going to be doing this one, which is the turpits, which is going to look hopefully a bit better than the last one. So that's another kit that I got for a penny as well. What happens when you keep buying all your kids' Christmas and birthday presents from Temu. But then one of my favourite ones is this thing. Now, most of you know Lord of the Rings, and then there's the Dwarf King. So yeah, that should be an interesting build. Looking forward to that one. That'll probably be next week. I might be doing that one. Or if I get bored and do a late night weekend stream. Like I did the other night. Which started off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and then ended up on last Friday. We finished at midnight, I think it was. So it was a 9-hour stream. Now, the other one we got, that one was also a penny as well. I think, no, sorry, he was £16.43, I think it was, actually, that one. We also have a B24. Sorry, B17, sorry. That's not right.
I'm pretty sure when you've made something like that, you've got to run around doing aeroplane noises.
Yeah, but this definitely ain't a B17, so don't worry about that part. It's supposed to say B24 because it ain't a B17 because it's got a twin tail. And as we all know, the B17 doesn't have a twin tail.
That's easy enough to fix. You just get a marker pen and cross out the 17.
Yeah, and to write it down as 24, yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, though, they've actually got the right name there, Liberator there. But they've given it the wrong designation number there. Just to make it more interesting. Linking Hill. So there we go. So there's that one. And then I had a tank that turned up today as well. But my main favourite one is this kit. Now, this is the wingspan for it. So, yeah. As you can tell, it's going to be a Dragon. And I think when it's all put out correctly, it's over a metre wingspan on it.
So you can strap it to your back and jump off the roof?
Well, yeah. It's either that, or it can actually be sent to this actual wingspan could probably be sent to Marcus. You can use it as a bra. But yeah, that's I've got to obviously iron those rings very carefully. But any fan of Lord what do you call it, Game of Thrones, you'll like this because it is the big ice dragon. Yeah, it's 102 centimeters wingspan, 90 centimeters long, and 24 centimeters high.
So you might notice it in the room.
Yeah, it's going to take some space up. Hence the reason why there's shelving going up into the boys' room, and this will probably stay downstairs, but the ships and everything like that, they'll all be going up into the boys' room onto the walls. So yeah, it's fairly big, to say the least. I'm glad it comes with a proper stand for it as well, built with it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to building that. But I think when it's actually built, I'm going to be probably more scared of dropping the damn thing when I'm moving it. So once it gets to its living place, it's staying there and not being touched. So yeah, it's definitely staying in one place and not being touched. Nice point. I've got to put them stickers on the front, didn't I? You want to there. 'There. There we go. Okay. Let's get this separated out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you want to there. Need 2 little bits there. Need to there. For him. Okay. Come for a piece. Yeah, So what have you got planned for this week? Anything good?
Not, not much. I'm just get this print finished.
Finally.
Finally, and then possibly go, ha, I win when I've finally got the base finished.
Yeah.
And I'm getting close to where I can start gluing bits together on it.
Yeah, you can play with your white sticky stuff then.
But I bought some. I keep buying super glue and it keeps disappearing. It's like I'll buy it and then put it, somewhere out of way.
Yeah.
Somewhere in my house, I'm pretty sure there's a mystery wardrobe that I don't know about that's full of super glue.
Yeah. That's going to make because you're getting jealous of Marcus, weren't you? Nicking all the super glue in the shops when he did his Metal Earth kit.
I'm going to be I'm sort of ducking between the actual bench and I've got like a dinner tray that I'm using for the two enterprises.
Yeah.
That's on top of my toolbox thingy, and so I'm trying to get both of the enterprises so that they painted up to the same point, and then I can start, doing electronics for them.
Yeah.
Up until now, it's just been a case of wrap a strip light around a ball of blue tack inside to make the lights light, the windows light up.
Yeah.
I kind of fancy the idea of there's a fair few Starfleet ships that are in 1/1000th scale. So
Yeah.
I like the idea of having, where I've got all of the major ships that are in scale with each other and properly light up.
Yeah. I mean, I've got I think it's one of the larger scale Defiance, which I've got, and it's got a set of custom decals for it.
I think you showed me the 450 scale or something like that.
Yeah, it's not stupid. It's quite big, to say the least.
Kind of fancy the idea of doing one of those bigger scale ones, because I think there's the NX-01 and the Enterprise, the original series Enterprise, and the refit version of, from movie.
Yeah, I've got both of them.
I've seen them in all three of them in 350 scale. It's like I'd have, possibly if I buy the house next door and bang a hole.
Yeah, you might fit them all in. Yeah.
I was surprised to discover that the NX-01, its saucer section is the same width as the one on the refit Enterprise front movie.
Yeah.
So it might look, the absence of the engineering hull on what you see in TV shot might make it look like a smaller ship, but it's actually a pretty big ship.
Yeah.
and then the Defiant is equal in size to the Enterprise. You know, the NX-01 Enterprise.
Yeah.
So again, it's, you know, they look smaller because they made a great big fuss over showing how big the ship. You know, camera angles can make the Enterprise look big in the movies.
Yeah.
Motion picture. But it don't really show in the TV shows that the Defiant and the NX-01 are just as big as that saucer on the original Enterprise. And then I'm going to have leftover parts from this NX-01. Eventually, I'm going to do the Mirror Universe version of the NX-01 as well.
Yeah.
By then, I think I'll be sick to back teeth of NX-01.
And wanting to do something slightly different, yeah.
I'll have a leftover engineering hub. Each time you get the kit, you get this engineering hub for the refit version.
Yeah.
So I'll have 2 of those left over. So I'm planning on CAD designing warp nacelles and a saucer section, and then use the leftover parts from the 2 kits that I'm not using the engineering hull from to design, you know, like my own Starfleet ship.
Okay.
I'm thinking of going with the idea of it's the NXO. I have 2 of them that are kind of like sister ships, so they'll look, you know, almost identical apart from names.
Yeah.
Registrations. So I'm going to have first one of them as the NX 2.0, and then the other one would be NX 2.1. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like next generation of NX class ship. In effect, doesn't look like the NX-01, but you know what I mean.
Right.
But then I kind of like the idea of the NX 2.0 is the USS Marcus, and the NX 2.1 is the USS Bruhan.
Yeah, dear. I'm sure you'd really appreciate it anyway.
Well, I think, you know, if in any scenario where a Starfleet ship's going to go up against a Klingon ship, you know, where Klingons are all fighty and
Mm-hmm.
you know, giving a Starfleet ship Marcus's last name is going to intimidate the Klingons. Is the USS Bruhan.
Oh, okay. Well, we've still got 4 people watching, I suppose. But yeah, I might as well carry on until I've got this done, and then it'll probably be about 9 o'clock. I don't know. Is there anybody else streaming tonight? On a Monday night?
I have no idea. Monday, I'm not sure who's on Mondays.
So no, I'm not normally on this late because I normally only do this stream as a thing for my lads, so they get to, well, mainly Roaring, I think, because he's the only one that really watches it. There we go. That's the 2 side skirts on. Ah, actually quite a big tank, really, when you think about it. I mean, it's all when you got all the base and that lot put together on it. A bit bigger than I thought it would be. Okie dokie. Now I need 2 flat 4s. Where are you? There you are. And you two. Need. Where are you?
Where's my coffee gone? I think gremlins have drunk my coffee. I definitely didn't drink it that fast.
That one there. And 2 of the little tingy bits with the teethy things. There's 1. And where are you? There you go. 2. There. There. Wow. Next is, we're making a rear section now, are we? What are you? 2 of you. Two of you. And here. Yeah, 1 of you. One machine wants to go in there. And you in there. There. It's one Moss big chat, but that okay, we'll stay here. Fair enough. We appreciate it. Okay, so there. Oh, there. And you want to there. And you want to there. Next we want like 2 of the grill pieces. Where have I put you? Yeah, this looks somewhere. This one. There's 2. I know I don't normally get many people in on a Monday. That's one thing, but I'm not too worried about that. As I said, I mainly do this stream for boys.
Well, you got me, so.
Oh yeah. It'll have to do, I suppose. Beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Nice to know you appreciate it, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel so loved right now.
It has, in a way, this kit has gone together fairly quickly. I'll give it that. But
in fairness, you do like build kits like you had 6 gallon of coffee first.
I mean, I built the Black Hawk. That was on last Thursday when I did the Mustang build. Yeah, I built a Black Hawk helicopter. But then again, I was streaming for 9 hours that day.
So how many seconds of that 9 hours did it take you to build the Black Hawk?
God knows, I know. I think it was like 2 or 3 hours altogether, I think. But it was like just sitting there having a bit of fun. And Joshy joined me as well. So, yeah. Okay, that's it. Down here, and you connect onto the back of here, like so. Yeah. And then we need 2. 1 and 2. 2. And then you want there. And you into there like so. Next up we have two of them. Let's see where's them dodgy little bits? There they are. And then you want there. Yeah. Need that one. And that one. today. Yep, one today. There, like so, and here we want one on there. Right, there you are. And we need you and you. Right, you judge. There we go. That one into there. That one into there. Okay. Then need the other two. Oh yeah. Let's see. Right, there's one of them. Here's the other one. And then them two. You want to do, and you want to do. So next up we need there like so. Like so. And there like so. There we go, that's them two on. And right, next up is the zip tweak. That and that will go away. Okay, so and we need all the 4 bin ones. Okay. Two. Little square pieces. Then we need a piece in the middle. Now one piece. Yeah, somebody's busy on one of the messenger sites today. Okay, hold back a minute. I'm just going to go for a whiz. Oi.
I'll put the flood warning out now because a wee.
Shift off my chair, put it at. Cable, your position is there. Oh, ow. Okay. This one going to be 8 pins, and that's going to go. That's a 6 one. Oh, not an 8. That one there, and then that one there. Round there. Then we want them. So, and that one. Go in there. Get one there. Get one there. What are you harumphing at?
Well, what in that?
I said you were harumphing at something. That's looking good, that is, mate.
Just giving it some like dry brushing because I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but there's like weld lines running all over it. So those sharper edges, just trying to catch them with, bits and it looks a bit more worn. And I've got sticky fingers now. But I think between resin and paint, I have a talent for getting sticky fingers.
You have more of a talent of poisoning yourself with resin.
Oh, yeah. But I now know exactly how much resin that you can have coated on you before it starts making you feel it.
Yeah, but generally, most people don't try to poison themselves just to prove a point.
Well, technically, I didn't try to poison myself.
Well, no, you succeeded in that part.
Yeah, I'm an effortless success. Kind of like when I teach Marcus, I don't try to wind him up, but I always succeed.
That's that. And then we want one of them. And these two. 6. And 2 squatty things. Ones. D. That's there. 2, 3. 3. And 2 of them. And then you want there, and then you want to there. You want to there. You want it there. 6 and 4. You want it there. You. And what the cap piece it is. You. And you go to there. I'll make 2 of them. do. There we go. And them two, grab them just one piece. We need 3. Two. That one I need. It would. Somehow connecting to this. Work it out in a minute. Okay, just over there. That and two cupcakes. Where are you? Shoot, not there. I think it's. No, please. That's why I missed the meat. So I need 2 of them. So. And that sits. And there, like so. Okay. That one, 6 feet. And where are you? Where's that dodgy little thing? There it is. Like so. And then we want you in the middle and you inside. So you there. You there. That one there, and then you there. things. No, yeah, here we go. Yeah. Flat free at the top. Right there. 6 plate up in the front. Crank loop. God knows what this is going to be. Probably the cannon. Nope. And we want flat 2. Flat plate. Nope. Come on, where's the single flat plate? Ah. Nope. Idiot. There's it, and there should be 4 of these. Okay. So, oh, itchy nose. So this one is going to go on there, like so. Two of them and 2 of them. How you winning there, lad?
I think so. Bits to dry.
It's supposed to be a Tiger tank, David, as far as I can tell. Well, that's what it says it's supposed to be anyway. Or something that it very closely resembles. And the only reason why I say that is because it's got the twin stacks at the back. So that's what I'm sort of like basing it on, I think. And to be honest with you, that's about all I think I can. Okay, so there's that. Now we need 1 8 plate. And one of you. No, 2. 2 of these. So, 4 of these. That. You probably could motorise this one if you've got the right cogs and everything to it, David, to be honest with you, because there is enough space inside it to motorise it. Take that in the right position. Right, what's going on here? Show us get it right around. It is right around. Something like that anyway. One zip. Next up, these things like those like 2 pieces, not the ones. Maybe flat pieces. Where are you? You two. You two. Oh, there's one. Thank you. 2, 3, 4. 2 you. I need you. That one. That one. You, and then you. You, and then you. Which way up are you going? That way. Two. Now I need one of you and you. You. And three to each one. Yep. And you go into the other side. And you. 1, 2, and 3. There, and you going to there. And you're there. Next is going where? Six plate on there. There. There's something else going on there as well yet. Surely. You have to say that it's Let's get that move back. Yep. So it's definitely not right there. We don't want that sitting there. That's one thing.
I think I'm going to have to shoot off. I need to grab shot before it shuts.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be probably coming off fairly soon myself now because this is beginning to annoy me. Because he just doesn't want to do what it's told. Which, of course, I will make it do as it's told at some point.
Does that involve finger wagging and you will behave?
Yeah, something on that. And then probably something along the lines of a some super glue or something. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it at that for the time being, and I'll complete this tomorrow. So yeah, I'll go the camera up a minute. Let's see, change camera. Ooh, there we go. So yeah, turn that off. There we go. That way. So yeah, big thank you to everybody that's actually joined me today and been in chat and everything. And thanks, Dan, for coming along.
Cool.
Much appreciated. And yeah, so I will hopefully be back tomorrow night, and then I should hopefully be, well, I should be up in the man cave, because now that it's getting a bit warmer, I can go up there and not spend nearly 300 quid a month trying to heat it up until I get the rest of the insulation and everything sorted out up there. So yeah, I'm actually wanting to come off anyway now, because it's what, 9 o'clock. So yeah, 3 hours, well, 3.5 hours streaming. So yeah, I think we'll definitely say that's enough for tonight. And I've got uni tomorrow, so, and I need to get some food. So I'm having sausage, eggs, bacon and chips tonight for dinner, I think.
Cool.
So yeah, so I will say bye-bye for now. Take care, stay safe, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.